So I will say that the quiet period that we spoke of just last night from last night's thread of analysis did bring some good, as I was able to kind of apply some patience and some quiet time over the charting on XRP. So I am actually coming at you with a more prepared chart than I usually do. So and it's actually pretty good. The news is not it's pretty good from my end to your end. Okay, guys. So I want you to make sure that when I speak about these formations and when I speak about the probabilities of them, I don't want you to feel that it's going to happen like immediately, but I will say that they are in a position to where things can happen a little faster than later. Okay, guys. But before we get started, please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything that is necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you at 2:28 p.m. September 6th on a beautiful Saturday here in Los Angeles, California. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling and popping and rolling, guys. So this is, I know it's going to seem like a little bit of a, blast in your face with all these kinds of formations here. But yes, I do have to indicate them kind of one by one, right? So if you see these white lines here, right, they represent this broadening wedge, right? So it's a descending broadening wedge, and I gotta tell you, this thing is probably in the 80 to 90 percentile of accuracy, and it has the absolute ability to make its actual target reach. And now, by the way, the target for the for the bullhorn, for the broadening wedge, is located at the genesis of the price action, right? So that's located roughly at about 330.10, and that's absolutely amazing, because that 330 has been something that we've been talking about here for the last, I don't know, maybe a few weeks. 334s, 330s, right around there. So that makes me feel optimistic enough that geometrics or some type of psychological move can take us to that point. And by the way, it's not saying that the other psychological moves aren't working. It's just that they've, due to higher market pressures, some of those have been invalidated, and it's okay. Things like that happen, right? So yeah, so we got a high probability formation here that is leading price action towards this area here, and it's kind of ripe, right? It feels ready to make this to make this move happen. Now, typically speaking, this formation is also joined by either one more or two more formations that indicate its potential, their potential topside targets, which also assist in the what's called the breakout strategy, right? So how would it get out from a position that looks just like the way that you're looking at it, right? So that's why we have the other formations listed here. So guys, I got to talk to you about something real quick. I need you to make sure that whenever it is that you join the Discord team, right, you're going to notice that you're going to get a message from someone who appears to be Arca, right? It's a complete imposter, and it's not true. So look out for this, for this, okay? This is me here, okay, guys? Notice that I have here, I do not offer copy or mirror trades ever, right? I am the one and only Arca, okay, guys? So I need you to be aware of this. And also notice that I will have here, I'm streaming to a team live right now. They're watching me film this live right now. But you'll notice that there's a little minus sign here, right? It's a do not disturb sign. The team knows that you can reach out to me at any time. It's just that I'm saying that that's typically not something that the scammers would like to do. Do not give your money out, okay? If you think that it is me, it is not. I will never reach out to you first or send you a message or friend you first, ever. Never, ever, ever, guys. And I promise you that. I will not give you an if condition ever. It's just I will never do that, okay? I want to make sure that we can increase the safety here for Discord. Which reminds me, guys, okay? The Discord is going to start, closing the open doors, right, to the free area and all that here soon, right? So right now we're now down to 16 people from the 17 from yesterday. A chance to buy a one-time fee, right? So this is just going to be a one-time purchase, and forever will you be a lifetime member and grandfathered of the Arca Bulls trading team. Okay, guys, that link is in the description below. So now let's stop the shilling in it and let's get to charting. Okay, anyway, yes, the second formation, guys, would be the falling wedge here, right? So this falling wedge also, it has a great strike rate. It definitely makes it's got, yeah, guys, its validity is there. It is absolutely present. So the targets to the upside from this falling wedge are noted here. So let's go ahead and get those out of the way first, right? So taking into consideration here that the present candle, 8 hours time, still has roughly around 2 hours and 27 minutes to complete, right? Well, that's leading me to believe that maybe this move won't happen for maybe either one more 8-hour candle, or maybe the next one is just the reason I say this is because that's typically when your triangle formations tend to break out. They officially break out on average 65 to 75% to the apex of the triangle. So this is giving us some pretty nice probabilities as we approach that 65 to 75% threshold. That's cool. That's cool. Now, another thing is here is that, for the real nerds of price action and technicals, which by the way is just it is what it is, right? You do require a decline in volume as you converge within the triangle, and we absolutely have that in line as well. So no worries, guys, I got you there. And just in case you're wondering if I know all the rules, I do. Okay, guys, so that is absolutely present. We got the triangle forming here, and it's presently on a breakout testing the regression top. That doesn't mean that it can't reclaim the inside whatsoever. In fact, we've already talked about many targets down there that could be incredibly bullish for us, right? Bringing the initial thesis from yesterday, we're going to validate this too, right? So your 271s, right? These right in here, your 277s, 278s are still valid, right? It's not saying that we're not going to go there ever. I'm just saying that we still have the available supports here that have worked pretty nicely. So that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get rid of this for now, right? And focus on the continuation of the formation theory first. I want to get psychology out of the way, guys, because this now that we have this quiet period, right, we can spend a little extra time in really determining what could be the higher probability here. Okay, so now that we have this lined up, we're gonna just put those targets down so that you know what it is, right? The first target would be from the breakout point. The condition here is that the candle that prints next should not have any contact like this one, right? It should not have any contact with the regression line. It needs to be a clean close for 8 hours. So if that happens, well, then this would be our target, and measured from this point here, right? From end to end, top to bottom of your breakout point of your triangle. Now, that takes us to a target roughly of 288.67. Well, sounds familiar is because we just resisted there a couple days ago. Now, the middle target is, the middle of the triangle. That doesn't have too much criteria to follow. It just is what it is. And your third target here would be based on the largest point of the triangle, right? You just get your trend line here and you apply it to the same area where the breakout happens. They're just kind of lined up like this because, just to kind of give you some organization here, just to be as I want to be as organized as I can within all these lines and stuff, guys, So this gives us the target of around 308.77. And we're all familiar with these targets anyway, right? The 305s is an area where the 306, 305, 304 is a zone of complete resistance, right? Now, remember that we're kind of averaging these targets out right now. And should it be that we need to tighten them a little more, than sure, right? For example, this 308 would actually be a better observation at around the target of 303, right? We mentioned this a little bit earlier, that you could have an overall resistance of 296 to roughly 303, 304, right? So that is kind of like the top of this price action. It's okay, it's fine. That's built by us, It's built by us. We have a lot of emotion in this right now, right, guys? Anxiety is being built, and the anxiety is being built because of this formation here. I'm not joking when I say that your broadening wedge represents anxiety. Okay, now there is another formation that is indicating, just like I told you guys, right, the potential upside continuation. Now, this would be in the form of an inverse head and shoulders, right? So this is your shoulder here, this is your head, this is your shoulder, this is the breakout process, retesting, right, your regression here for a potential breakout as soon as we do feel that we have confirmation or that we have a solid low here, or that we reach an area liquid enough to pick up enough bulls for the upside continuation. I feel like something is needed here, and this, I know that things get, I know that, it's quiet before the storm and all that, right? But I do have to say that it is quite the, I mean, it's precarious because we're at lows here, right? We are at inflection. Your primary inflections being, some of the ones that we've already talked about, anywhere between the areas of 266 to around 273. That's, that's around the corner. And ever since we started this video, it looks like we've moved around just what? Oh my goodness, man, 80 from 79 to around 80.25. Yeah, it's really contracting like crazy, guys. Okay, so those are the targets there that I do believe that we have in line for us. Should we figure out the inverse head and shoulders? Sure, you know what I mean. Let's just go ahead and kind of put it down for us here. I think that we can use a completely horizontal line for that. So we're going to use that horizontal line, right, as the neckline, and then we'll apply this, we're just going to apply this to the right-hand shoulder, and it shows that we have a target of around 305.78, literally like we just talked about, right? 303, 305s, 304s, so there it is again. Okay, so I'm not preferring one over the other. It's just that there's a lot of resistances, a lot of supports, and a lot of that stuff everywhere, right? So I'm just going to put it there for whatever reason. And now that we have these targets, now that we have them, right, now we can start to determine what stats could be real quick. So let's first find out. Okay, so yeah, guys, you see here the daily time frame is closing in about 2 hours and 20 minutes, right? Usually when this has a 1 hour average, right? So roughly when it's 1 hour to close the daily, that's going to be the point to where we can start to retrace towards an upside. And I got to say, the candle that we printed from the prior day is not bearish whatsoever. In fact, it's a true green outside bar inverted hammer disguised as a bull flag. So that's already leading towards another potential upside here, right, guys? So we'll just go ahead and take the, if I haven't done so already, right? So we'll just take that top to the bottom of the bull flag and just apply it here and see what target it gives us, right? So that's giving us your 297 target, which hard targets are going to naturally lead into the 298 to 301 that we've obviously been talking about, right? So we'll leave that in there. Now we can see that we have that range existing. We literally said a little bit ago that we could be anywhere between 296 to your 305s, 304s, and here we are, right? Yet again. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. So we have the inverse head and shoulders too, and now we're introducing a bullish tri-formation breakout. Of course, guys, you're not going to hear that from anywhere else. As I coined it, it's actually a strategy that I've developed here. So if you hear it anywhere else, it's probably just because of me. All right, guys. But cool. So with that said, let's just go to your immediate short term. Let's go to really granular levels and validate our volatility versus momentum and see what's up. Okay, so presently this bi-minute candle is showing a bit of red here. So what do we have closing so far? What time is it? It is just about 2:40 p.m. Pacific time. So that means that we have 20 minutes to closing a 3-hour bar. Let's start validating those closures, right? So, 3-hour bar already did that. Do we have a buy? Okay, the bi-hourly bar, 1 hour bar. Do we have a 4 in there? No, not yet. And nothing else should be there. Okay, except maybe the daily time frame that's going to be in 2 hours. Okay, cool. So we have an hourly and a bi-hourly. This bi-hourly time frame is decompressing typically at around 2 hours prior to the close. So did we get some lows down there that could actually we did, right? Right about here. 279. So let's actually hold on. What date was that? Was that Saturday? Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, 279. Let's take a look at it against your buy daily real quick. 279. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Your bi-hourly, sorry. So 270. Yeah, there it is. Your 279 is roughly the 50% retrace of your bi-hourly. So it did do it on time, at least within the 2 hours, right? So that's good. That usually signals continuation to the upside. Let's go to your next time frame here, your 3-hour time, 50% pullback. That's already done too, guys. I think this is going to start going here like now. Hold on. What? The closures, yeah, the closures are making things nervous right now. This is really interesting, the way that it's happening. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's get down to it then. Screw it. Upside 2-minute time frame cascading into the 3. We have expansion coming in, and that's barely peaking, and it hasn't even seen the closing of that bar yet. 4-minute time frame upside continuation with expansion. 1 minute to close that 4-minute bar. Upside continuation with expansion peaking in here at the close of this bar in 2 minutes. 10-minute time frame upside looking pretty. I mean, that is a gigantic amount of contraction, guys. Something is brewing here. Pretty explosive. And let's see, your 15-minute time frame closing in 1 minute 47 seconds. All these bars are trying to close out a breakout. Let's see, 20-minute time frame also looking very good with an upside posturing unlike anything else, guys. This is your immediate short-term time frame bull flag. Likely target would be around your 280s. 30-minute time frame, massive upside here, closing in 16 minutes. That's this is really strong right now, guys. I don't know why, but it is. So let's just see, right? If it has the follow through, then we'll know here in just a little bit. Hourly time frame closing in 16 minutes, upside posturing, and it's completely contracted. So we need to start getting some of these closures to see what it's gonna do. By hourly time frame, guys, man, look at that. 16 minutes to close on this gigantic bar here, right? Huge potential Marabazoo crossover on the stochastic momentum here. Massively contracted. This can turn into something real fast. Let's see, 3 hours time frame is the total upside that we're getting here, guys, and that would tell us that we are moving now. Let's see, that would be an ATR of about 3 cents, man. So yep, there it is, right? Your 283s, 284s are kind of like where we're headed to, right? So your ATR top on this would be, yep, 283.01. So 283.01 is it's a very familiar target. I got to tell you that the 283 has a might as well of around 384. Okay, so if downside starts from the 3-hour time frame, where does it end? Continues into the 4, 6, 8, almost, yeah, 12 daily. Oh, let me see this. 2 hours to close this. Okay, so we still have bi-daily, 3-day downside, 4-day downside. Okay, 5-day downside continues. 384 to the downside, right? So this is going to be weekly. Bi-weekly consolidates. Okay, so a month's worth of downside. That kind of maybe already happened though. 57 cents to the downside. I can't even fathom that. It's actually going to be around 267.75, where targets that we spoke about this a little earlier. We said the bottom side 266 to around 273 is your overall support. So it did that, sort of came down to 269.90 or whatever that was. Okay, so yeah, I think that this is more of a recovery play than anything else. For example, this new 4-day bar retracing 50% of this bar before continuing on a bullish close. This, and then your resistance right up here would be the 281. We've been resisting there, and then right at the top of this area, your 283. Mathematics are kind of speaking here too. We have some traffic in the way. Okay, guys, we have the traffic in the way, but we're trucking along right now. I gotta see. We're gonna have to take a look at a bunch of closures here in order for us to determine officially how this thing is gonna play out. But I feel okay. I still feel okay on this asset, guys. And now adding all the drawings back into this thing, talking about your two. Okay, yeah, I like it, guys. I do like it. I think we're fine. If we are to get, oh, look at that, right? It's starting to bounce off of the regression here, starting to get that upside there. That's good. That's good. So, I mean, that it just means that your immediate short term is starting to push towards the upside. We want those echoes there, guys. So, like, for example, this kind of upside with all the volatility to the upside, that's the kind of scream that we want from like your 2-minute, we want this all the way up there, right? And your 3-minute time frame kind of indicating that already. So this may be the early move, right? This may be an early move. I don't want to say that this is the one to take us to the moon here, but there have been a few others that have shown that kind of conviction, and then it just didn't have the follow through with the conviction, right? So yeah, so far guys, I'm liking this. Still a few minutes to close all those other bars, so I think yeah guys, just heads up right now, the floor may be in. When we close that buy daily, the buy daily time frame, remember this, right? When we close that buy daily time frame, there could be a little bit of a little bit of volatility here, but this is us moving up into the close of the buy daily. That's good. Oh, sorry, it's not it was the buy hourly, right? Sorry about that. The daily time frame. Here you go. So this is us moving to the 50% of the daily as we maybe consider the close in 1 hour, 2 hours, right? So this would be target of, yeah, again, 281. So if we're decompressing that right now, that's a little too soon, guys. So that's, to me, that means that there could actually be a reason to reverse here and maybe show some upside now. Okay, and that makes sense entirely. With the whole formation theory, I think we're good to go. All right, guys, I don't want to bore you anymore. Hit those ATWs in the chat below. And should you have any questions or concerns, reach out to me, okay, guys? But I love you very, 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 very much. And we will speak very, very, very soon. All right, team? I love you all. Adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios, team.